so I got to get this off my kitchen counter. So I want to share how I made that Skittle candy cake the other day for my son's 11th birthday. It was really fun. I posted a picture of it and several people said, how did you do that? I want to know how to make that. And so it was too easy and too fun that I have to share because everybody should know how to make this fun cake, okay? So all you need is a layer cake, okay? I baked a 2-layer cake. You could buy a cake, you could bake a cake, you know, however you want to get a cake, but a taller, you know, like a layered cake so that it has something to support the stick that the candy goes on, okay? And actually the cake I made was only this tall, so it's not, which is about maybe 3 inches, not a lot. So, and it worked. So what you need is candies. I used the Skittles, the hard candy coated candies. I think these worked really well because they're colorful and they don't melt and they're light and they were easy to use. You could use M&Ms, you could use pretty much anything except I don't know if, like, say Milk Duds or something had chocolate on the outside. That might be a little bit different, but these I know worked. So you need, like, this is a Wilton cake. These dowel rods came in a package of 12. I use these for something else, and so I had these and it worked out perfectly. You need some marshmallows, and I had a large bag of Skittles and a small bag of Skittles. Okay, so what you do, take this off because this will come later. You take a stick, and when you get the cake frosted, you want to stick this where you're going to put where it's going to stand up with the cake. Typically I would think in the middle of the cake, and then you're going to decide where you want the candy to pour over into. Okay, so I put the cake in the stick. No, stick in the cake. You know what I mean. Okay, here's where the frosting ended. So that's where I know I'm going to start the candies, okay? It's about maybe, I don't know, 6 inches or so of these candies. The directions that I read on Pinterest had said take melting chocolates, melt them up, and then, you know, put a little on the back with a toothpick and stick them onto the stick. Seemed like a good idea, and I know the melting chocolates would harden and such, but it was taking forever. And I was putting them on the stick and they were sliding off, they were turning the stick, they wouldn't stay. You know, I don't know how someone got them all. They must have taken a lot of time, and more time than I had to do. Okay, I needed to get this done quickly. I didn't have all day. So I thought, what's better than melting chocolates but a glue gun? That's why God invented a glue gun, right? So fired up the glue gun and just started sticking a little bit of glue onto the back of the candy and sticking it right to the stick. And less than 10 minutes later, I had them all covered on here, okay? And it was easy. Then I could just go back and put a few more to cover up some of the spaces and just make it look like just a mix of colors and candies coming out of the bag. And so once I got about enough of that, because I opened up this small bag of Skittles, poured them all out, and I could see, you want to be careful not to tear the end, but I could put the bag on there and I knew how far I needed to go up. Okay, so then to get the bag to stay on the stick, what you do is take your marshmallows and you take maybe, I don't know, a couple of them, 2 or 3, stuff them inside the bag so it kind of pushes the bag open so it actually looks like there's candy in there. And then you stick this on to the stick. This has gotten kind of sticky because we've taken it off a couple of times. But you just put this on to the stick like this and kind of make it so it looks like it's pouring kind of sideways. And then the candies go right up to the top, and then this is all you do. So the bag is open, it looks like candy's coming out. You stick this onto the cake. On the cake, you define an area with the candy where the candy is. And you just push that into the frosting, and then it spills onto the plate, and that's it. Very simple, okay? The kids loved it. My son was like, wow, it was jaw-dropping. Kids were eating the candies. Everybody wanted part of the candy. I mean, it was great. It was really fun, and it was not that hard. So make yourself an awesome cake.